So I came across another tag that I thought I'd like to participate in. So we're going to do that. So if you're not so into the whole tag thing, this video definitely isn't for you. But I like to kind of spice it up and do different things sometimes. So this is 20 questions. So the first question is the thing you cannot leave the house without. The thing I cannot leave my house without, and I'm pretty sure everyone probably lists this off as the first thing, is definitely my phone. Um, I have to have my phone with me pretty much all the time. I carry it around with me all over the house, in the bathroom, and so forth. Favorite brand of makeup. I do not necessarily have one specific brand of makeup that I stick to. I think the thing I have most of is probably MAC, but I also have found that some products from MAC are not my favorite and that I go to other things like drugstore products or things from Sephora to sort of fill in those holes from my MAC collection. So some of my other favorite brands are Benefit. I really like Maybelline's mascaras. I like Laura Mercier's foundation and her loose powder because it's just fantastic. So those are some of my others that my favorite flower. So if you've ever watched any of my videos before, I always start off with a picture of my favorite flower, which is Lily of the Valley. It's a really little flower that I think comes around in the spring, like during May, because that's when my birthday is. It's the May flower. But it has a really nice scent to it, and it's really pretty. It's not your standard sort of roses or lilies. My favorite clothing stores. Probably my favorite clothing stores would be American Eagle, Old Navy. I really like J. Crew. They have a lot of really nice things, but it's very expensive, so you can't buy everything there. And I really like Express because they have a lot of fun stuff, and they have fantastic jeans. My favorite perfume. I kind of have a couple of favorite perfumes. The first is Lily of the Valley because I really like my new Vera Wang bouquet perfume. It's very nice, florally light perfume. And I really like this perfume from Gilly Hicks. It's called Kirui. It's a very nice scented floral perfume. Heels or flats? Generally, throughout the day, I like to wear flats. Like I said before, one of my favorite kinds of shoes is Crocs just because they're so comfortable. But when I'm going out to a special event, I definitely like to wear heels. And one of my favorites are these like black patent leather peep toe heels. They're really hot. Do you make good grades? So when I was in school, I made good grades. I finished my master's about a year ago, so I've been working full-time now for about a year. But when I was in school, I made good grades. Favorite colors. I think my favorite color is green, but I also really like navy and pink. Do you drink energy drinks? Actually, no, I don't because they're actually way too sweet for me. I really don't like sweets all that much, but if I had an energy drink to call, my drink would be Diet Coke because I really like Diet Coke. But that's pretty much the sweetest thing that I'll drink. Do you drink juice? I do drink juice. I really like orange juice, but it's not something I drink all the time. I like apple juice and cranberry juice as well, but it's not something I drink very often. Do you like swimming? I love swimming. My parents just bought a house that has a really nice pool, and so this year we got some really nice use out of it. It was a lot of really good family fun. I'm definitely one of those people that gets all in and swims, but I have on occasion in recent days been a little vain and not wanted to get my hair wet, but on general occasions I really like to swim. Do you eat fries with a fork? Well, that's just ridiculous. It's a finger food. I mean, who eats fries with a fork? What's your favorite moisturizer? I'm really liking this new DDF moisturizer. It's the Doctor's Dermatologic formula that I got from Sephora. It's really nice. It's an oil-free moisturizer that really soaks into your skin really quickly so it doesn't leave you with that greasy moisturizer kind of feel. I also really like Oil of Olay, and I also really like Aveeno. They have some pretty nice products. Do you want to get married later on in life? Well, I definitely want to get married, and I would like to be married before I'm 30. I'm 26 now, but who knows what's going to happen in my relationship or if it will happen. But I would rather be married sooner than later and have kids sooner than later. Do you get mad easily? Not generally, but there's definitely things that people do that really irk me. I could definitely be a pretty aggressive driver in Chicago, And people do things all the time that I just am flabbergasted by. And I cannot stand bikers or pedestrians by where I work because they just walk out in front of you and they're just so crazy. So that definitely makes me irritated on most days driving to work. Um, are you into ghost hunting? Not so much, but I did go on a ghost tour in Louisiana when I was in New Orleans. And so that was pretty fun. We walked around and got to hear some of the ghost stories from New Orleans, and that was pretty interesting. Do you have any phobias? I don't think I really have any strong phobias. I'm an entomologist, but I don't really like spiders all that much, and spiders are actually not considered insects. Just the like 8 legs crawly thing for some reason bothers me. Um, I have a phobia kind of about eye things, so I could never wear contacts or anything because like the fear of hurting my eye or getting something in my eye just sounds awful. In fact, I just recently started using an eyelash curler. It took me like 26 years of my life to feel comfortable enough to do that. Do you bite your nails? I've never been a nail biter. I think it's kind of gross. I don't really understand the obsession, and I have really thick nails that grow like weeds, so it's really hard to bite my nails, so I never even really contemplated doing it. Have you ever had a near-death experience? When I was in high school, I took an aquatics class that was geared towards training you to be a lifeguard. And there was one day in class when we had all these kayaks and people were water balloons. It was like kind of like a fun day. And I had gotten into the kayak because I didn't want to go in the water. And so I put one of those wet skirts on. So it's a skirt that goes tightly around your waist and it goes around the boat so that if you flip over, you don't get all wet and water doesn't get in your boat. And I had no intention of going under, but some boy thought he was being super cute and he tipped me sideways and then he flipped the boat over and he walked away. And I didn't know how to get out of the wet skirt. Like it's really tight around the boat. And I had no practice or ever intention of going under. So when I went under the water, I already had water in my nose and no breath. And so I couldn't get it off. So I was down there for a while trying to get it off. And finally, I just was like, if you don't compose yourself and get it together, you're going to die because no one's paying attention. And so I finally got it off. I came up and was snorting water out my nose, and no one had even known I was under the water still at that point. So it's actually a high statistic. A lot of people actually drowned in large groups of people. Even swimming instructors drown in front of their students sometimes because people just aren't paying attention. So that's my near-death experience. Do you drink coffee? I love coffee. One of my favorite everyday kind of coffees is Dunkin' Donuts. And my boyfriend's really nice. He makes me coffee every morning before I go to work. So I always have a big mug of coffee. And if I get really tired at work, I definitely go run over to Starbucks and get a latte. And I really like chai lattes too. So that's kind of my 20 random questions answers. I hope they were entertaining. So have a wonderful day.